Okay, how are you, Tom?
I'm great, Gennady. How are you?
I'm good. Today is the last day of the year.
Thank goodness. It has been a really nasty year in
This
many ways.
this COVID is awful. It impacts everybody.
It
Yeah,
does.
it's tough. It's hard. It's tough to be alone. It's tough to be locked up at home, right?
I know. I looked out the door. It's like I hadn't been out all day. I've been down in the basement writing, doing some taking a test on SEO optimization.
Ah, you're taking a test on this optimization.
They said you had to get a 76 to pass. I got a 76.
Okay.
I will go back.
All right. You know that today would be a good day to take some Q&A. We're gonna look at the Blogley Q&As. I got some questions collected there. Yes, and we will try. I will try to answer, and we will discuss. We will show, and probably it's better off to answer what we have, so people can actually see who am I, who you are, and they can get the feel of what the Blogley is, right?
Right, right. I mean, a lot's happened this year. When did you, let's just start with a little background. When was Blogley officially released? What would you say?
Yes, I have a date because I consider a official release is when we went on the AppSumo Marketplace, and it was September 12th.
All right. I know you and I have been working on it. Well, I've just been collaborating. You have been doing the work for quite a while, but it's remarkable how much it has evolved since September 1st. I mean, maybe if we
Yes,
do a future video, we could tell people, all right, when it started out, it had this feature set. Well, now it's got this feature set. That might be fun for another one, but
yeah. We have lots of features is still pending, and currently we are working on the Teams. So the multi-user functionality will be soon released. That will be add-on to any plan that we will have. So that will be add-on. So it's subscription based. But
all right.
anyway, when the time comes, we will discuss that, right?
Okay. Yeah. So today you want to go through some frequently asked questions you get from the Sumalings and others.
Yeah, you know what? It's a good idea to go, and I open right now the Q&A section in Blogley, and let's go through this. And I haven't, I mean, because and I apologize, I've been so busy lately, just running around the end of the year, and I just haven't answered for some time. So now it's a good time. And by the way, I promise, I'm gonna go today. I'm gonna complete the in writing. So right now, but I wanna go through this as verbally. So we talk about that, and I can give my answers verbally, right? Is that okay?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Then that, we could consider it responded to.
Yeah.
That means they have to watch the video. So,
All right. So let's go through this one. This question been asked many times, and I've been answered many times, but doesn't matter. We still go through it. So just trying to get understanding what the research docs are, how they compared, and what does it mean that 20 research docs for one code. So those answers need to be, the questions need to be answered.
okay.
So here is the user writes right here. The impressed by the possibility of this app and keen on giving it a go. But I find the wording of the deal is a bit confusing. Well, I'm not sure what's confusing. Just simply states that 20 research doc. There's no confusion there. But let's explain what the research doc means. So research doc is a basically document that you or anybody can collect and can do the research on. So basically one topic, one research topic, when you paste this research topic, when you start to research, that becomes the output of this research is the research doc. So research doc is the output. We bring you top 100 search results. We parse the data, we bring it in for your consideration, so you can take a look quickly, scan it through the snippets of content, and you can, by clicking on that, you build up your research doc. Also, we do some other stuff with that, like we filter in easily there are some questions, we filter in easy some statistics, so it makes it easier to build your document that helps you to write your article. So research doc is not the article, so there is no confusion about that, right?
And I've used it too. I'll just give an example. Recently, one of the clients I'm working for is introducing a new product specifically to detect a certain chemical. And so I went in, entered it in the research doc, and was able to build a background piece for the product launch from what I found in the research doc. So, and then I added to that, took out what I wanted, added by using the the extension, the Chrome extension.
Yeah.
So I guess the question the guy, what this seems like this person is asking is, oh, well, why can't I have a research doc for every article? But
Yeah.
I'll tackle that one. Number one, you don't need it. And secondly, you really can if you use the Chrome extension. I use the research docs for really serious, heavy, technical, complicated issues. 20 is more than enough. I mean, I read technical stuff all the time. I have not done 20 research documents.
Yeah, if you think of that, Tom, is basically research doc is meant to be for the one topic that you're trying to write. Right. So if you are say an average blogger or somebody who wants to put out the content, most likely you're probably not gonna go too far from. I mean, publishing 8 articles per month. I'll tell you, this is tough. This is not an easy thing, because you have to write article with a great content. So you have to do the research. You need to do the writing itself. Then you need to do the editing. Then you need to do the proofreading. Then you need to do the editing again. And I'm sorry, this is the process that every one of us goes through when you try to write a decent content. I go twice through the content that I prepare. Sometimes I have people who help me to get the content. I still go through that and I modify it and I tweak it and I finalize it myself, what I want to have this content, to cover the content in full as much as I can.
Yeah. And so if that's all you do all day is you research topics for people and send them unfiltered information, 20 may not be enough, but you can
well, no. Right? If you think this way, I'm thinking different. So when my position is different. So when you write the topic today, right? So the topic is to a specific topic that related to your niche. Say you have a niche, and by the way, what's a niche or niche? What's that?
Oh, don't ask me. That's like tomato and tomato. I always called it a niche. But,
okay. If I say niche, so you write your topic. Okay, you might have a multiple topics, so you go through the topic, but a lot of times they are related. They are slightly different. They are different, but they are related. So you do researches. In a different research, you don't want to repeat the same researches. It's not the point of creating a bunch of useless researches. Mindless researches. You gotta put your effort in creating a good research. So you're bringing as much as possible information. And by the way, we incorporated now your own links to bring to the SERP 100. You have your own links as well. So you do your research as best you can. You prepare. And you will reuse this document. It's not like this document goes nowhere. No, we'll stay there. We'll be forever supporting you. You come back again to make a quality research document, just like you prepare quality article. So you work on research document, so you make a quality out of that. So you keep as much as possible references, interesting snippets, some snippet of content, so it makes your research as full as possible. So you will come back and again. You assign to different articles. You keep the research handy. So don't think that's like a wasted effort. No, it's not. You will be reusable. Keep it reusable. Right?
Absolutely, and I do. I mean, that's it's just like the notes and everything else. So, so you really just answered that. What is the research document? We've talked about that. Where do we access them? It's under the assets, right? Assets, or
Yeah, yeah.
right there.
And by the way, we here's I can show you snippets. In the next few days, we're gonna release an extra edition to Research Doc that's more related to the keywords. And actually, I could show quickly what there are already changes in the last 2 days. We already added some changes right now. So if I show here in Research Docs, so hold on just a second. So if I go on Research Docs and if I go in some of the Research Doc we have, so here, my links, this is what we added also here. This is a place where you can just add your own researches, your own articles that you think related to your search term. So when you do that, we will bring and parse it immediately. So this is the way of bringing more fulfilling content that is actually supplementing your research information. Also, what we added here is one quick thing. Let's say some of the stuff sometimes, because we do parse about 99% of the time, we parse the article, we'll bring it here, you can expand it, you can see it's all broken down by the headers here. When you click on the header, it will open up, but sometimes we can't, for whatever one reason or another, because there is a tons of different formatting differences between different sites. Sometimes we can't format it, but what we incorporated here is you just let us know here, report an issue. If you think this one should have been brought in, we should have parsed it and we can't, just say report an issue. It tells you here, just click OK, and we do record it. We'll come back and we will verify and try to improve it. So this is but this topic will be totally covered in the next few days. I believe it's on January 6th when we'll make it another release, and we will have the additional things here, and we'll go over through this functionality.
All right. Well, close this screen so people won't get salivating on that.
So they will not get distracted. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going back from Research Doc. So let me just go back to this, right?
Yeah. So
and you know what?
We talked about that enough. I mean.
Yeah. One more thing I just want to mention here. You know, the people ask also that what's the difference? I mean, why can I use the phrase? Yeah. Or why don't I need the Blogley if I have? Yeah, you are welcome to use your phrase app, which is they provide really sophisticated research and everything. You can still use your phrase. Well, it's okay. It's a good application. There is no doubt. But they disconnected from the actually from the WordPress. They don't have any publishing. They don't have any writing. They really capability. Like you can't really do that. You're not prepared for actually prepare your article there. So it's good for creating the research. It's great. You can do the creative research in the Blogley as well. You can bring the research if you want to. You can just post it in as a note, so right next to you, directly from phrase. So it's up to you.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Next one, we move on here. Is what's the question about WordPress and the Gutenberg? Gutenberg is like a theme in the WordPress. So basically, it's like a block-based theme, right? So
does it look like what? I mean, the Gutenberg Bible was the first Bible, and they hand carved little wooden blocks for each letter and hand set them. Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, but I don't know if it looks like that, but I tell you that it's basically based on the blocks, but it's not Blogley blocks, so it's their blocks. But can it be our article can be published in the Gutenberg? Yes, of course it can. We do have people using the Gutenberg and they're using the Blogley, and no problem. The only one difference is we're not gonna break down by the blocks by block. So we just publish it in one block. We publish the whole article there. So in the future, can it be can it be more sophisticated, maybe breakdown by blocks? We can take a look at that. You submit the functionality request. We can take a look in details and see if it's possible. And as soon as the priorities will change, and then we can put in the task in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, here's people asking about. It's a good question. iPad is the most used device for writing, right? So writers use use some apps in iPad, in some other like little tablets, or sometimes on the phone. Yeah, there are some apps on the iPad. Do we have iPad app? No, we don't. In the future, you never know. Maybe we can add some different. We can design specifically for iPad. It's possible. However, what we can do, we have it in the future a plan to adapt it to the smaller resolution. So for iPad will not be a problem. We will adapt the whole app for iPad. So you will use it in the future in iPad. Right now, it's not a good idea to use it because it's still, we know that it still does require some work to do it on iPad to have a full functionality. It's a smaller resolution. So somehow we have lots of stuff going on, right?
Well, my sister is using Blogley. Oh gosh, I think she's got a Lenovo tablet or something like that. It's a smaller device. It's not quite like a Surface Pro. I use Blogley on my Surface, works great, and she doesn't have any problems with that. I've not tried it on my iPad because I like a keyboard. I got big fingers as it is.
No, there's no doubt it's good sometimes because first of all, iPad is handy. iPhone is even more handy, so it's small, it fits. Sometimes you wake up at 3 in the morning, you want to write something great, and I do that sometimes. And seriously, I do that. Sometimes I just can't get up. Something comes up at night, and and believe me, if I don't write it down, I forget about it. Just forget. You remember, you think, oh, you're gonna wake up in the morning and you remember everything. You're gonna write down. No, good luck. You will forget. You definitely will forget.
So you have that argument where you're sitting there, oh gosh, if I don't get up and write it down, I'll forget it. If I get up and write it down, then I'm awake and I can't go back to sleep. So
yeah. But you know what? It's a good suggestion to look at possibility somehow merging the capability and the portability of the, say, small mobile devices with the writing and actually transferring the content back and forth to Blogley. We will have the automations, and automations, this is what I'm aiming for, and that's exactly what I want. I think this is a better way to go. Instead of trying to be everywhere, we just simply automate with some other apps that doing a job what they're supposed to do best. If somebody in the mobile and they invaded this space, like for example some really good apps like Evernote, excellent app, Bear app is an excellent app for writing, but they only good for note taking. So you take notes, create a note, you can write whatever comes in your mind. But if we set up in the future syncing with your app, automatically syncing with your app, give you example. Let's say we design automation where I say, okay, as soon as I update this node and I add the specific tag to this node, I want that particular particular node show up as a block in my article. That's it. So this is an automation, very simple, right? So you still can use your app, and as soon as you add your node in a specific app, it will automatically appear.
I just sent you that note and it popped up down here.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, there are some also people on the same time, they asking about, okay, how about the writing, other writing apps? Okay, let's do some comparison. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Okay. When I look at this, I try to find the article which tells about, what's the best writing apps. Okay, let's take a look. What out there? 17 best writing apps. Okay, for the boost your writing in 2021. Okay, that's fresh one, right?
Yeah.
So, but
I don't even think the electrons have dried on this.
But take a look at this smart approach. Look at this smart approach. They posted on the March 3, 2020. But you know how people smart, they put now that's a best for 2021. Right. Okay, but this technique is well known in the blogging, so you should know that this is when you create a good article, right? This article is good, but when the time comes and you're moving on with time, now it's a 2021 tomorrow, by the way, when it's coming up, you better update the article. And by the way, Google looks at it really, really favorably. The Google really likes that. when you update the article, let it be posted there. So leave it there as it was before, because you already have some links, some traffic.
Okay.
Yeah, the engine already crawled this particular blog post. So there is already some history behind it. Engine already knows about it. And by the way, when you update it, you bring in extra content, you make some slight changes. This is it will pay off because the article becomes even better. And Google actually looks at it really favorably. So they give you keep sending you more traffic.
Cool.
So in this case, Blogley is the solution because we allow you to update the old content with a few clicks. You don't need to go and run in two systems. You don't want to go on your WordPress and God forbid you spend hours there in WordPress of just sitting over and try to figure out where. I mean, you try to make formatting and you keep changing something. Oh, God forbid you lose this and it's gone. And now forget about your old the original version. You're not gonna go back to your Word or Google Doc and do the updates there as well. Forget about it. That doesn't work. Nobody works on two systems at the same time. That's nonsense, right? If you just write in your Word and then you make changes in the WordPress because you now becomes your primary app becomes WordPress and you go back your Word and keep updating it there. Nobody does it.
I do not like.
No, nobody does it. Just nobody does it. So the Blogley gives the huge advantage here. You just keep updating your app, your article in Blogley, and just quick click, 2-3 seconds, and your article updated in the WordPress. The same article you maybe posted a year ago. You can come back in the Blogley, just quick updates on your external links, internal links, add external, maybe add some content. Very quick, and you keep syncing to the WordPress.
So let's take a look at some of these here. Some are familiar.
You know what? Red Sea says, number one article is the Red Sea editor. How about this? Oh my God, this is, are they serious? This is number one writing app is Red Sea because what? Because the blog was written on Red Sea? Okay. All right, so, but this is what? Is it editor? Now, let's just increase the screen. So,
it looks like they post this blog on WordPress.
Yeah, look like a WordPress, but I don't know. I don't see. This is just it's a writing space. I wouldn't call it a writing app. It's a writing space, right? Okay, anyway, let's move on. Beside this, Scrivener. Okay, let's talk about Scrivener. I got the paid version of Scrivener.
Yeah.
Let me find it. Okay, here actually it's open already. So let me open a Scrivener here.
It was of all I've made many poor decisions buying software. Scrivener falls in that category. It was horrible. I'm sorry, Scrivener. It just
no. You know what? No, it's a license. I'm sorry. I got the license. I will enter a license here. No, I do have a license. I just don't do it, but I do have a license.
Yeah.
So the Scrivener looks like it fell out of 80s, maybe 90. Oh, sorry, no. You know what? I had the first computer in 1991, but I knew that before there was some computers, right?
Yeah.
But it looked like a DOS 3.0. Remember that?
Yes, I do. I don't even know if these fonts are supported anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, let's don't make fun. It's actually
it's like anything, when it comes to writing. When I first started writing my books, I had to write by hand because as I wrote, I was creating and stream of consciousness. But that's awful because then I had to go back in and type it.
And you know what? I spent about a week of trying to figure out learning, and trust me, it's not a simple app.
I tried it as well for about a week, and I was just like, nah.
No, I give up. I give up on this one. But yeah, good. But strange fact: there are lots of writers using this app. And it's true, and they actually raving about this app, and I just don't get the point. What to rave about? So I don't know. Anyway, it's not my cup of tea.
To each his own, right? That's the nice thing. If once you get used to it, if you think it's right for you, cool. But it, you know, now again, you've got to feed all your content in. You don't have it.
Yeah.
And
How about Ulysses? Have you tried Ulysses? I tell you,
I have not. That one.
Ulysses is actually built for only for Mac. Okay, sorry, this is a Mac people. So those Mac people, they don't even have the web version. So strange, but anyway. So yeah. So now they are like a next version, like improved version design of the Ulysses, but more on it's basically built for Mac. Apparently, they respect Mac a lot.
Yep.
So, but they don't give a crap about the Windows people. And even though I used to like a lot, I used to be a Mac person. I had the iMac, I had the MacBook Pro, and you know, at some point I realized that just after Windows 10 it came out. After that, I became a big fan back again to the Windows, and I really like Windows. So because a lot of
we are a multi-language household here. My wife uses the Mac. I was a Mac guy. I started out with an Apple IIe, so you know, with the big disc like this. And
okay, let's see what Reds is saying about the next app. Who's a plotter? You know the plotter? Plotter is what? To plot things, okay?
Yeah, it's a plot. This is where you outline. It looks like a storyboard to me.
It looks like it's an outline app. Who knows? Maybe I can try that, but it's okay. I mean, I'm not sure if this one is what I don't see like a huge thing. Maybe I should try it out and see what is there for me to write. But again, I don't want to go and compare and try to pick up, say what other people writing. So, and actually at some point I was specifically ignored what other people are doing. I mean the apps, not the people, say what other apps are doing, so I can design my own way, only my own way that I feel is appropriate for me as a writer. So I want to collect the data properly. I want to store it exactly the way I want it. I want to use it the most efficient way. So this is by the way, this is how I treat Blogley. I treat Blogley as totally independent from anybody else.
So I think Plotter, looking at that, they're saying that this is how you outline your story. I'm a stream of consciousness writer.
Now, okay, AI, right. You know what? There are two versions here. I mean, two different apps. One is AI writer, another one is IA writer.
That's not confusing.
Oh, this is a dangerous approach from IA writer. I would never think, when I look at this, in my mind, I take AI writer. And you know what? AI writer is a spinner, is a big time spinner, right? We just spinned, I just opened it up and I tried to spin the article. So I went in and okay, this is IA net. So they position themselves IA writer. Say this one is IA app. Look like it's also came out of the, I'm not sure. This one is not exactly my writing app. Wouldn't be my writing app.
This appears to be more for editing. That seemed like so.
Yeah, hold on. I have three different tabs here open. But let's see. This one is what? This one is AI writer. By the way, this is a spinner. Thanks God, they didn't say mention about the spinner. So spinner, I went in, I made the account. So I tried to create the article. Okay, so I put the name blogging. So for the right article about blogging, let's see what it came up with. It took about like a few minutes. It went in. AI actually went out and spinned the content. They got it somewhere else. Probably collected some sentences and brought it in. So they even cited here some
for you there. Yeah, you can do that in Notes and Blogley. So that's what I use Notes for. Article sources.
You know what? Every time I read this, it makes like it's like a so not live. It's it has no personality. It just brings the content that nobody wants to read.
The blog folder is a good place to start as it stores all the content.
And they actually claim it here is that generated text is 82% unique. Hey, how about 18%? I mean, what you're doing, you're trying to spin it so it comes up in a different wording, so it bypass the copy leaks or copy scanner, right?
Yeah.
Well, not my cup of tea. Anyway, so
This one, yeah. What is this one? You showed me this one?
yeah, that's another one. Okay, that's a draft in. It apparently happened to be on the top of the list here too, somewhere a little bit further down. But okay, this will
come back to that. So
right.
IA writer.
But this one YA writer, not too far from the scrivener, I guess, right?
Yeah. Oh, so now this looks like it's for plays or something. Bite-sized pieces. They got scenes. They've got chapters.
Well, as soon as you know the price is free, I mean free for what? I mean for writing. Okay, we also have some free version, right? You can write. Actually, we give away the contents and anybody can write. But of course, the premium functionality is blocked for paid people. I mean, who for the paid
and that's worth it.
Yeah. Now story list. I don't know. Looks like a folder. Very much reminding the Scrivener, simplified version of Scrivener. Character setting images, okay.
Yeah, again, this is more for storyboarding, writing novels. Oh, and by the way, as I've...
You know what's a number one difference is here from what we're trying to achieve and what different goals. What they're trying to do, they're trying to help you like write basically without distractions, right? So they give you, here is your writing. Basically, they all totally focus on writing, great, but not sure if it's exactly on right because grammarly, I would say, focuses on grammar stuff, right? And the name by itself, it tells this is a grammar. Sometimes they confuse and they put Grammarly here on the list as a writing app. It's not right.
I think they did, didn't they?
Yeah, it is here. It is here on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
But the one difference between what my focus, say Blogley focus, is totally different from their focus. I'm focusing specifically to have that content to be publishable in a WordPress, and so everything is geared up and in a focus specifically on I want to publish it and I want to manage it easy after publishing. So this is where the big difference is coming in. We integrated with the WordPress. We designed everything to be fast and quick publishing. So that's the huge difference between any of this app. None of this app is integrated with the WordPress. None of them.
Yeah.
So no matter what you see, you cannot publish from there. But even if you do, it's not really, they're not designed really for that.
No.
So it is a pro writing app, say on the same level as it's not really a writing app. It's the app for grammar, right? So you can do it very sophisticated, by the way, as far as it goes through the overuse, the combination, there's some echo structures. Okay, it's kind of, by the way, I got the paid version. I purchased the pro writing app. I have that. I purchased the Grammarly. So in a Grammarly, I'm glad to use it. It's such a convenient app.
I know. I have the paid version of that as well.
And I like Linguix. I like Linguix, which was on AppSumo deal, right? It was recently. And I spoke with the co-founder, and we had a discussion. We look at this, but I think they're in the right path. They're going to be a competitor of Grammarly. They're just not there yet. They will be there. But probably they're behind maybe another couple years. Mm-hmm. So because it's just a lot in development done by Grammarly. So Grammarly is way in advance of dealing with the content inside Chrome.
Right. Then they're trying out now where they come back and say, "Oh, we've noticed a change in the tone."
Yeah. So Hemingway,
another one here.
What the hell is Hemingway is doing here? That's not the writing app. Again, that gives you your readability score, your grammar. But again, do you write a blog post in the Hemingway? No. I mean, come. Okay, you can take a snippets of content. Okay, yeah. You paste it there, verify, or do whatever you need. Take your piece of content and let it be like your blog. Okay. if we would integrate, but I'm not sure if it's not really possible like do the direct integration, but it's very simple. If you want to just take your block of content, copy, paste it in your Hemingway, do figuring out, just copy, paste it back. So when you write it, this is could be handy. So, but you don't have to go in the Hemingway. The same thing paid version of Grammarly can give you, right?
Right. Grammarly is much better. I can ignore it when I want to because of the way I write. I write the way I talk, and Grammarly doesn't care for that. Sometimes.
Yeah. Well, Hemingway in certain things is slightly different because now they're using the colors and the schemas. They put here like this one. They just indicate, okay, so many adverbs. Okay, they tell you like give you like a clue. It should be like fewer. Okay, all right. I hear that. Okay, but I need to do some work, right? Anyway, so they doesn't do anything for me. So this is but still it gives you the clues, right? You still need to do the work.
I had a plugin for Word. Oh, gosh, I can't remember the name of it. It's almost like Pro Writing Aid, but it does what Hemingway does. And my goal was to get a dreadful rating.
But you know that that's considered to be for writing online, and online reading and writing is online content. In the next few years, I can tell right now, the next few years, doesn't even count the COVID, right? In the next few years, it's going to be primary tool for fighting for traffic. Your content is you call it, let me call it king. It's kind of a beat up expression. I hate those cliches, right?
Right.
Content is king. Okay. What I'm saying is the content is, that's going to be a tool that you want to get the traffic, you want to bring attention to what you're saying. Content is extremely important. No matter what you write, the content, you beat the traffic. The better you write, the better it is. So the more original. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be a super pooper like Stephen King, right? You don't have to be a Stephen. You just write your original stuff. People reading, people see you original. People see you're genuine. What you wanna say, you be direct. You say what you wanna say, and as long as you provide the value and giving some expert opinions or whatever your opinion is, people respect that and they would read what you say. If you try to put the crap together, it's gonna be a crap. It's a bad results too, right?
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter, by the way, what app you use. It doesn't even matter. Natural reader. Okay, this is a dyslexic font. Okay, this is more for dyslexic, I guess. I'm more on a like ADD type. I'm not dyslexic. I have no patience. So this for me is like, okay, I gotta fast. I have to be fast. So I cannot stand like making. So I mean, if I see that certain things can be improved, I cannot stand to spend wait for like when a WordPress rotates and wait until it updates. Can't stand it. It just kills me. Like extra those 2 seconds, extra few seconds there.
Well, then you definitely wouldn't like working on some of my InDesign documents. It takes 20 minutes for these things to open because I'm.
Oh no! I have no patience. Just kill me there. Okay, focus writer. See, we come up with the different versions of the bring the people attention. Focus writer. What do you mean? Are you gonna lose in the focus? I have no focus. Yeah. It might be good for me, but you still. It's not about focus and writing. It's about your productivity and somehow publishing with the WordPress, because our primary goal, I want to bring my content up. So for that, I mean, for my traffic to my site, so I have to create good quality content, and I have to be efficient. So it have to be a lot of content. Right. So for that, I expect a lot of work, right?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that. We strip out all the distractions and you just write. Well, shoot, piece of paper and a pencil, you can do the same thing. And I have really good
Yeah. You wanna know distraction? Go take your piece of paper and a pencil. Go in a separate room, Lock yourself
yeah,
up.
go to the library. No, you can't go to the library. That's closed. But you know what? You have that focus area in the crafts section on Blogley, and I know I keep coming back because I really like it. But it just so they're saying Evernote.
You know what? The Evernote, Evernote is a note-taking app. This is a really good app, but again, many people use it wrong way because Evernote is really cool to find stuff.
Yep.
So when you search, you can find anything, whatever you have there, it finds it quickly. So you're really good. You keep in the notes, but hey, are you wanna use the Evernote for writing a blog? I don't know.
I don't either. I have Evernote. I've used that, and I just, like you said, I'll go out and find something really cool. But now I just keep it in Edge or,
No, Evernote is good for certain things. Certain apps are really good. Like I would want to keep certain information in Evernote, so I can easily those research doc. I wish I could have I create a research doc, and by the way, I'm gonna set it up. When I wanna just simply say attach the tag to research doc, I wanna sync. I don't wanna sync. Maybe I can sync every research doc. So for that, there will be an automation. So every time I create a research doc, every time it's just gonna be syncing to the Evernote. So let it go there. So at any time I can open up anywhere. So okay, here's your good now example of using the mobile. Now your research docs could be automatically sync up to the Evernote, but Evernote is really good on the mobile and it's really searchable really well on the mobile, and the formatting and the styles is actually really good. So you can pull up anytime your research, you can share, but actually we can do pretty much lots of stuff what Evernote does, but Evernote is really cool, no doubt about it. I like Evernote.
I use it for manuals because I'm, like a thermostat manual or a toaster oven manual, something.
All right, you know what? I'm thinking about, let's go back here. We didn't finish, okay, we just kind of interrupted for the writing applications. See, I just need to answer quickly now for the other questions here.
What is white label and branding?
Yeah, okay, yeah, good question. I can answer it quickly. So white label is for portfolios only. So when you want to publish your portfolio, create your portfolio with your content, you can create it on your own subdomain or domain. You can set it up with the CNAME. So this is what they call white labeling. So you can have your very own domain with your name and everything, and this blog will show up, not the blog, just the whole collection of your articles will show up on your domain. So this is what we call as white labeling. Branding. Here's a branding. So let's see if I quickly find, say if I go here, I go to portfolio. Say I go here and I open my, I set up my portfolio for video recordings, like what we do now. It will end up here. So take a look. Here's my webinar short series. So tutorials, tips, tricks. This is exact perfect. That's our recording will fall in here. Right. So here is this is where the branding coming in. I'll leave this link, powered by Blogley. So at least you can put your logo, you can put it on your own website. Everything will be visible like yours on your own subdomain. This one thing is called a branding. So now if you want, because this one is replaceable by anybody who has access to portfolio, they can set up this and they can put their own logo. Now the powered by Blogley will remain there. Branding is for people who have growth plan or have at least 3 codes, so they can take this out, and it's very simple. It's just simple switch. You just say I don't want that there, and it's just branding will go away. That's the only thing we're talking about, branding. But everything else will appear like totally on your site. Everything is on your own domain. So is that answer?
That's pretty straightforward.
Okay, all right. So now here is
talked about that when we talked about phrase and story chief.
Yeah, we already talked about. Oh, we haven't talked about story chief. Yeah, story chief considered like a closest, competitor to us. So they're good. I like them. I see that they really went into distribution and multi-user area. So they're more geared for the more like larger corporations, larger companies. Yeah, because they looking at the charges like a few $100 basically for account, starting with $100 or something plus for just one account. But anyway, they are more like inter-distribution, but yes, they are our closest competitor. But I don't mind the competition, so we want to compete, that's fine. So we're trying to do our own way. We totally have a different layout, different structure. We have a different approach. We do the integration. We will do the integration with all the Medium, Webflow, Blogger. We will do the integrations as well, and also we'll have the automation. So will we compete? Yeah, why not? We will compete.
So the question here is, if you have both of those, do you still need Blogley? Not necessarily.
Yeah, you can go ahead and use the story chief. That's okay, right?
But I mean, if you already have it, but
Yeah,
if you already
but
have it, why are you looking at Blogley? There must be something about it you don't like. So
yeah, well, it's again, it's a total personal preference. Okay,
yeah,
so if you're satisfied with what you have on the story chief and the phrase, so why look for anything else? I cannot make anybody to sign up for Blogley. You can try it. You like it. You stick with it. You don't like it, don't use it. So there is no. And actually, I tell everybody there, you buy. We put in Blogley on a special offer. We selling say all the extra codes. We selling the just like AppSumo. When AppSumo allows us to sell say one code right now, we sell 2 extra to expand the limits. So we set up the same guarantee. We give a 60 days guarantee that you don't like it, you just one-click refund. We don't even ask anybody, because sometimes I buy for some other LTDs and I notice that, oh, okay, you set up something that I buy from, say, one place. I don't want to name it here. Say I buy the LTD on one place. Then
right.
They make me go through the hoops to get that freaking thing refunded. And I hate that, and I just can't stand it. Okay, now I need to send them an email if I want to get Why not just simply give me a link and just, if I don't like it, I just refund it. Okay, you're selling a product, you stand behind it. So give me one link. I don't like. I tried. I honestly pay for the product. You give me 30 days, whatever. 30 days. I give it 60 days. Same as in AppSumo. I love the concept. AppSumo is so generous. They're really good as far as setting up the whole thing. That's why many people go after AppSumo and they want to deal with them, because 60 days, no questions asked. You like it, don't like it, boom, you're refunded.
Right.
We set up the same thing. We have a refund link. You see that we're not even hiding. We put refund link and it's a one-click refund. It's just asking you for your confirmation. Are you sure? Maybe you just clicked it, that you just by accident. But other than that, you click on refund. It tells you, okay, you want to confirm it, your refund, boom, we refunded. Now, some people did it by accident. They came back, just bought it again. Great. You want to do that. You're going to refund it, buying back your refund. But remember, we are going for now. We have LTDs. After we finish with AppSumo, it's coming up. We will go on the feature pages. After feature pages is gone, no more. I will never go back to LTDs. And I've warned that. I will never go back on LTDs. So after that, because there's no way to sustain, right?
Yeah. Not at all. So,
No.
And I guess you just then answered that question about sales 317, didn't you?
Okay, what's the sales 317 saying? This is already answered, Bob, but I would like to get confirmation of this deal is not really stackable. Yeah, it is stackable, but it's not in AppSumo. I'm sorry. AppSumo just gave one code for me to sell. They just simply have a drop down that extra like codes there, but they only allow me to sell for now one code. Well, you can buy an extra 2 codes in our place, but once we go on the featured page, yes, you will have that three code deal. And by the way, this has already been discussed with AppSumo. We are sticking to what we agreed on. We have that pending. So very soon as it comes, this is exactly going to be laying in AppSumo, 3 code deal.
Cool.
We're not going to change it, so it's going to stay the same. Another question, peer board. Oh yeah, peer board is, huh?
What is peer board? I'm not even familiar with that.
Peerboard is a kind of like a mind mapping app, similar to like Mirror. If you know the Mirror, if they have like a multiple ways of, I mean, multiple apps like this. So basically, you have a board and you put in like a mind mapping. You put in, here's my thought here, here's my files, could be attached. So Peerboard is
Okay, yeah.
not bad. I wanted to try them, see if it works, but I wish only one thing. I would love to have an integration with Peerboard, but not the direct integration. So basically, if they would allow me to use embedded code, that would work for us perfectly. I would bring them in just like I bring that copy leaks. We bring the embedded PDF there that directly from copy leaks, and we'll show it there. So if Peerboard would allow the embedded iframe, so we could install that and we will integrate with them, and we would allow your own iframes, bring it in and paste it, create it in Blogley, so you can refer to your Peerboard. Other than that, we're not gonna create anything else separate, special for Peerboard. So if they have iframe embedding, great. Then it will be possible. We can step in and do our own additional thing that you can integrate your own account.
Excellent. So that's interesting. I know what you're talking about. I've used other apps that do that type of thing as Peerboard, but
Yeah.
not in that business right now.
So, by the way, since we started, we implemented so many things. So, started back in September. So, in the last 3 months, we've done a lot of design modification and research. We added in the articles, we added a lot more functionality articles, and by the way, more pending. We're gonna bring the PDF scanning. We're gonna bring the docs, their management. So basically, you can import your Google Docs, PDFs, and the blog URLs in the separate tab next to your articles. So you can make an annotation. So we will design the annotations. You can put the tooltips inside your articles. You can also we can also allow the sidebar notes. So we'll create the sidebar notes, and that will be easily manageable. So we'll do everything that possibly enhance your writing experience. But the primary, remember, we're not going to lose the focus. Our primary goal is to support bloggers. So let the bloggers create the content. We'll do everything to support them to make sure the content is seamlessly being published. Okay.
Sounds great, and it's working. I mean, it's a terrific app.
Thank you.
For other clients, and I don't have as many articles as you do yet, but I'm up to 60 some.
You know what? If I have more time, I have lots of articles that are pending right now that it's kind of too bad. I have about, but actually I'm keep kind of saving them for now for the marketplace, because marketplace is almost ready. I just wanna, once we start campaigning on marketplace, I'm gonna publish like at least 10 articles that I have that prepared right now. I just need to do a little bit of extra work.
All right. I've got, like I told you, I've got a couple that I'd like to put out there too. So see what people think. I want to make a little extra dough.
Yeah, people right now thinks this is a whole ghost town. Yeah, I can agree. This is a ghost town for now yet. But again, the main goal is to put in there. If you are the blogger, you most likely want to buy or sell content. There's no other ways. I mean, doesn't matter how if I like you on writing, I still want to get some people help, and we work on that help right now.
Well, according to this test on SEO optimization I took today, you should have a blog, and you should post two posts a week. So
yes. And by the way, that's an interesting thing that we will discuss it in the future. Talking about the goals, I'm gonna do something about the goals. So I'm gonna somehow I want to motivate the bloggers. So I wanna create something that will help them to get better, to track their goals, and also do some kind of like a competition.
So sounds good. All right. Well, I tell you what, it's about time to start getting ready to usher 2020
Yeah.
out to the ash heap.
Get ready for New Year. And by the way, we already had the congratulations and everything on New Year started in my country. So
Oh, excellent. That's right. And it's coming this way.
yeah, it's coming this way. Yeah. All right, Tom.
Listen, I wish you and your family a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2021. And
Thank you.
I wish all our viewers the same thing.
Yes, to everybody, because this is seriously, this has been a tough year. Some people, many people even out of job, and I really feel bad about it. I really do. The only way we can help is to help with the giving the app that people can create content and make some money. So
Right.
this will definitely be our kind of
Contribution to it.
yeah.
Excellent. All right. Happy New Year.
All right.
I will see you next year.
Yeah, see you next year. All right, Tom. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.